$22,000 is a lot of money, right?
Yes.
Well, that's the difference in salaries between someone with just a little bit of education in college and a high school student. A mid-level entry position in an accounting position or an administrative position pays almost $35,000, but an unskilled manual labor type position only pays $12,000. So if you have the opportunity to make $22,000 at the end of the year, it's certainly worth the investment in yourself. There's a huge gap in those salaries, and it's proof positive that everyone needs a college education, and it's a must. Now that I've put in perspective the vast difference between entering the workforce with just a high school education or a college education, I'm sure you'll agree that not having an education is just not going to work in society today. Unfortunately, I have friends and family that have chosen not to seek education, and they live week to week. They are stressed, they're ill, they can't take care of themselves, they're not proud, they have to rely on government assistance, and even in some cases where we must do it on a temporary basis, it doesn't make you feel good, but taking care of yourself really does. Today I'll share 3 main points with you. First, we understand that there's a crisis in America regarding the lack of education. Secondly, the only solution is to be sure families are educated that knowledge is power. And third, if we solve the problem, our country can have a future where all Americans are self-sufficient and we don't have to rely on the government to help us out. First, let's be aware of the great disparity between non-educated and educated. I interviewed a former coworker and a friend who has a master's in higher education, and currently she runs workshops for women through the Goodwill called TANF, and she helps these women understand that they need training, they first even just need to get their GED, but with that comes the power to get out of their toxic relationships, be able to take care of their children, feel good about themselves, and once you lift up, you can just handle everything better. So the solution to that would be those types of mentoring programs, as well as maybe a class in schools, just as if it were a math class, where you teach children and their parents what it takes to get an education, the opportunities that are available to them, and that they really can do it. As well as anybody that has been given the opportunity, it's your honor even to become a mentor and to give this knowledge to other people, friends and family and children that you meet. So finally, once Americans understand their options and how they can truly become self-sufficient, they can enjoy less levels of stress, they can become healthy, they can have a self-reliant society. We'd be happy, healthy, and we'd pay less taxes. So what money we did make, we'd bring more of it home. In summary, we can agree that until we all enter the workforce on a level playing field, there will be a huge disparity between the haves and the have-nots. Thomas Jefferson wrote, as quoted in an article by the New York University Press, "Let us in education dream of an aristocracy of achievement, arising out of a democracy of opportunity." Americans have had many dreams, but this most important one believes that in opportunity lies success. I agree and feel that you sure will too. My tech team is handing out a bookmark now that I hope you use daily to remember that you're doing your part by going to college. You are the dream.